Today we're going to be solving radical equations. So the first thing you want to do is isolate the radical, get it by itself. Raise each side to the power of the index to eliminate the radical. So if it was square root, you'll square both sides. And then solve the remaining questions. Make sure at the end you check for extraneous solutions because some of your solutions actually won't work in the end. So just be careful. Always check for extraneous solutions. So isolate the radical, get the square root by itself, square root of x by itself, because the 5 is not inside of that. So I'm going to subtract over my 5. 7. All right, this is the square root. To get rid of square root, you square both sides. Square root and square cancel, so you just get x, and the square root of 7 is 49. So x equals 49. When you go plug it in to check it, you simplify each side and make sure the left side equals the right side. So does this equal 12? Does 7 plus 5 equal 12? Yes, this works. All right, isolating the absolute value. I'm going to get rid of this 3. Get rid of the negative 1 that's in front. I'm going to divide over by negative 1. All right, to get rid of the 4th root, I raise it to the 4th power. So 4th root and 4 cancel out. 3 to the 4th. Be careful. People are going to make a silly mistake and multiply these, but it's actually 3 times 3, which is 9, and 3 times 3, which is 9. So 9 times 9 is 81. And then check it. Plug it in. When you check it, make sure you don't solve it. I see a lot of people try to subtract over your 3 again. That's solving. With checking, you're just plugging in your answer and making sure the left side equals the right. The 4th root of 81 is 3, and 3 minus 3 is 0, so it works. Isolate your absolute value. The 7 is inside the absolute value. My goodness. The radical. The 7 is inside the square root. So here it is isolated. When you square both sides, the square root and the square cancel. So anything in the square root comes out of it. And 1 squared is 1. And then you solve. X equals negative 6. Check your answer. So 10 plus the square root of negative 6 plus 7 equals 11. 10 plus the square root, negative 6 plus 7 is 1. Square root of 1 is 1. 11 equals 11. That works. Isolate your absolute value. All right, if you think you get it, this is when you stop the video, work this out, and just make sure your answers are the same as mine at the end. That's how you practice math from note videos, because I know it's hard, so I just wanted to emphasize that. To get rid of the square root, you square both sides. So negative 7 squared is positive 49. Make sure it's in parentheses or you'll get the wrong answer there. 54. 54 divided by 6 is 9. Go back and check the answer. So 6 times 9 minus 5 plus 10 equals 3. Inside my radical first, 6 times 9 is 54. Minus 5 is 49. Bring everything else down. 7 plus 10 is 17. 17 equals 3. No, 17 does not equal 3. No solution. And you should have known that right up here. You could have gotten right here and said a square root, an even-powered root, squared 4th, 6th, cannot equal a negative number. A cubed root can, an odd root can, but a square root can never equal negative. So no solution. Keep going. So now they're just writing it a little different because we're working on those rational exponents from yesterday. So we have -9. This is the square root. The bottom's your root. The top's my index. I just moved the -36 to the end. You don't have to. Divide by -36 because you're getting the radical by itself. +4. Square root equals a positive. That's right. To get rid of your square root, you square both sides. Square root and square cancel out. Add over your 12, you get 28. Check your answer. When you're checking your answer, I want to see two steps. You plugged it into the original equation, 28 minus 12 to the 1/2. You checked that the left side equals the right side. And I'm okay if you plug the whole right side into the calculator. You don't have to do it in your head, but you do have to show me those two steps. You plugged it in, the left side equals the right side. So -9. So I plug all of this into the calculator, the whole right side. -9, 28 minus 12 to the 1/2. That equals -36, which is what it was supposed to equal. So you know your answer is right. Okay. This is the cube root of 7p minus 1 plus 11 equals 7. Minus over your 11. All right. A odd root, 3, 5, can equal a negative number. So don't say no solution here because that can happen. Cube root, cube cancel out. -4 to the 3rd is -64. And a negative times a negative times a negative is a negative, so that's right. Add over 1, -63, -9. Check your answer. 2 steps. You plug it in. 7 times -9 minus 1 to the 1/3 plus 11. And that all of this equals 7. The left side equals 7. So in parentheses, 7. Seven times -11 minus 1 to the 1/3 plus 11. The whole side equals 7. So 7 equals 7. You know your answer is correct. Box it in. All right, there's 18 questions. I'm going to stop here at 6 and start another video. If you think you can do 7 on your own, start working that and then open the next video and see if you get your answer right.